Americans across the country and abroad gathered to celebrate this Thanksgiving with their favorite traditions. In New York City, millions braved frigid temperatures to watch the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Meanwhile, in South Florida, President Trump visited with members of the Coast Guard after a conference call with troops overseas. And in Northern California, volunteers prepared Thanksgiving meals for residents displaced by the deadly wildfires.
I am volunteering to help make sure families get fed. Not only people that have lost their houses and everything, first responders, anybody who needs a meal.
I think it's really important to help your community, and I actually have cousins that lost their home in Paradise, so I thought it was important to come and give back.
Elsewhere in Northern California, rainfall helped firefighters make more progress today as the death toll there rose to 83 people. The so-called Camp Fire is now 90% contained after destroying more than 13,000 homes. More than 560 people are still missing. More than 800 are spending this Thanksgiving searching for human remains. Fire officials warn the risk of flash floods is complicating recovery efforts.
It's always a concern in areas that have burned because you're losing the vegetation that holds all that soil together and really grips it. So now that the fire's gone through, it makes it a little more dynamic. It's a concern of ours for sure, and I think that we're taking precautions to remedy it.
In Southern California, the Woolsey fire in the Los Angeles area is now 100% contained. It claimed 3 lives and destroyed 1,500 structures. President Trump threatened today to close the entire U.S. border with Mexico as some 4,000 Central American migrants are headed to the United States to seek asylum. Speaking to reporters at his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida, the president railed against the migrant caravan now camped in Tijuana, Mexico, and confirmed that the U.S. military has been authorized to use force if necessary.
If they have to, they're going to use lethal force. I've given the okay. Yeah, if they have to, I hope they don't have to. But, you're dealing with a minimum of 500 serious criminals. If we find that it gets to a level where we are going to lose control or where people are going to start getting hurt, we will close entry into the country for a period of time until we can get it under control.
There's also word the Trump administration is preparing to again try to change asylum policy. The Washington Post, citing unnamed Homeland Security officials and internal documents, reported the president is planning to force migrants to wait in Mexico while their asylum requests are processed. Current procedures allow them to stay in the United States until they have a hearing with an immigration judge. President Trump also insisted today there's no definitive proof the Saudi crown prince ordered the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The president dismissed a CIA report that said Prince Mohammed bin Salman was most likely responsible for his death.
Whether he did or whether he didn't, he denies it vehemently. His father denies it, the king, vehemently. The CIA doesn't say they did it. They do point out certain things, and in pointing out those things, you can conclude that maybe he did or maybe he didn't. Maybe the world should be held accountable because the world is a vicious place.
Saudi state media reported today the Saudi crown prince left the country for the first time since Khashoggi was killed to visit neighboring Arab countries. The world's greenhouse gas emissions reached a new record in 2017. The United Nations Weather Organization reported carbon dioxide levels haven't been this high in 3 to 5 million years. The Secretary General warned the window of opportunity to combat climate change has nearly closed. Last night, President Trump repeated his doubts about the scientific consensus on global warming in a tweet about this week's cold weather blast across the country. Climate experts point out that brutal cold is a symptom of climate change. The House Judiciary Committee has subpoenaed former FBI Director James Comey to testify before the Democrats take control in January. House Republicans have been investigating the FBI's actions in the 2016 presidential campaign. Comey said he's happy to sit in the light and answer all questions, but added he'll resist a closed-door thing because he's seen enough of their selective leaking and distortion. The committee also subpoenaed former Obama Attorney General Loretta Lynch. And the Leaning Tower of Pisa is leaning a little less. Engineers said they've slowly been able to move the tilted tower about 1.5 inches toward vertical. The famed 12th century bell tower in Italy's Tuscany region is known for its gravity-defying slant. Engineers have been working for 2 decades to stabilize it. Still to come on the NewsHour, Facebook's leaders under fire for using tough tactics to fight back against critics. A perspective from the heartland on the effect of the Trump administration's trade disputes. Author John Feinstein looks at the ups and downs of being an NFL quarterback, and much more.